Be okay with letting people go and outgrowing your relationships. You know, whenever you are on a certain path, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Not everybody's going to be able to come with you. And I'm not talking like just money and material or whatever. I'm talking about energetically, vibrationally, spiritually, mentally. The people that you were okay with hanging out, before, but now you're getting your shit together. You're improving your life in one way or another. You're improving yourself. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. Things like that. You're starting to make some real concrete changes that are positive, or you have a sense of direction. You're elevating yourself, whether that be mentally, financially, whatever. Okay, it could be health, whatever. It seems as the people that were okay with who you were prior to that have a real problem when you start to do all these improvements and start to reap the rewards of these improvements that you're making in your life. Okay, especially when they have no intention of actually improving theirs. So then they want to get mad at you because you are the reflection of what they know they could be doing in their own way, and won't. Okay, and that they don't have any intent to actually improve either. So they're just mad at you because you're doing it. How dare you? You're supposed to just be comfortable with us the way you were before you did any improvements. And it's like, no. Then they want to make statements like, you changed. Yes, that was the whole point. That was literally the whole point. Yes, I needed to change. I wanted to change. Yes. And it bothers them because, again, it's a direct reflection back to them of how they're not growing, how they're choosing to be in the same fucking loop. They've I've heard even statements like and these are the same people that know me even back from when I was homeless. Okay, we're talking family and so-called friends that I've had to let go. Now all of a sudden I'm bougie. Why? Because I want better in life. Because I actually work for it. Because I actually dream big. Because I actually take the steps towards it. Because I'm actually doing the shit that I need to do to make all this a reality in my life. Like what? Because I like better places, better environments. What? And so now the same thing happened to now the same thing is happening to someone else in my life. And I'm not going to say who this person is for their own privacy, but the same thing is happening to them. Their friends are bitching about how they're doing really good in life, and they don't share in the same issues that this friends or friend group or whatever has. They did everything that they had to do to not have these problems because those are not the kind of problems they want to have. And now the friend group is criticizing them for it and even being disrespectful. And it's let yourself outgrow people. Just let it happen. Let it happen. And I know sometimes it's hard, especially when it comes to family and friends. I know it's hard. I had to let go of my own mother. I know it's hard. I didn't want to let her go. I wanted her at my motherfucking table. I wanted her at my table. But then I realized, just like he had to realize with these friends, as much as we wanted them at our table, these people are the reason, will end up being the reason you don't have a complete table. And that is just unacceptable. That is unacceptable. How you want a seat at the table that you and your behaviors destroy? Like, no. No. That's not how that works. No. You want a seat at that table, then you need to do what you need to do for you and start looking at yourself in the mirror and improving your own life instead of bitching and accepting these toxic cycles that you put yourself through. No. No. I don't want anchors at my table. No. If you're not also working on your own elevation in some way, shape, or form, and again, it doesn't always have to be money. If you could be working on your mind, you could be working on your spirit, you could be working on your nervous system, you could be working on whatever, okay? If you're not working on yourself in some kind of way, shape, or form, and can be genuinely happy for someone else's success, then you shouldn't be sitting at my fucking table. Because that's not the kind of person I want to surround myself with. I have gone in such a direction where my nervous system is a repellent to those people. And again, it doesn't make them bad people. This isn't about good or bad. I told you I don't think in that way. But this is about, okay, if you're going to go in that direction, I'm not going to pull you into mine. I'm not. You're either going to be inspired the way I'm inspired by other people and want for yourself to be better in some kind of way, shape, or form, or you're going to go in the other direction where you're bitter and misery loves company, and you just make comments or be disrespectful towards people who are trying to improve their life because you can't stand the mirror being reflected back to you on shit that you're not doing that you know you should be but won't. Because it reflects back to you maybe that you don't feel worthy of these things, but instead of working on that, you let it fester and you live in it and just bitch about the consequences after, but still continue to feed the whole lack of worth, whatever fuck that you feel you have. I that is so toxic to me. No thanks. I'm going to tell you like I tell my sister, or like I tell pretty much anybody. It's just like my thing. I'm just like, just no. Just no. It's a no. It's a no for me. Don't feel bad for other people not doing what is best for them because of a relationship title. Do not feel bad for them. You end up sharing in their energetic field and consequences. You end up sharing in their vibration, and that is not a vibration that I would ever recommend you sharing. Like, you got to be careful. You got to protect your energy, and that's part of it too. It's like, just let people be where they're at and then place them accordingly. Like, you can see through how people talk and how people choose to behave and their patterns, where they are mentally with themselves, and let that be what it is. Don't try to change it. Let it be what it is. Meet them where they're at, but then from there you place them accordingly in your life. They don't have to be close to you because this is your so-and-so, fill in the blank. It could be family, friend, whatever. No. I have to protect the proximity to me at all costs, because the proximity to me ends up affecting the vibration I'm putting out that affects what I create in my reality. No. What am I going to say again? No thanks. No. Carry on.